Did you see that the Whistler met Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
I did see that.
No offense to the very nice child, but I have no idea who he is.
Mic check.
Welcome aboard, Bus One. We are on our way to Venice, Italy, and we've got some time to kill. Let's play some trivia. Passengers, introduce yourselves.
I'm Cooper.
What's up?
We did it. We did it.
Out of alphabetical order.
There was enough silence that I just went for it.
I was going for it.
Cameron, what's your name?
Cameron, what's your
What's
name?
up, team? My name's Cameron.
And I'm John.
And I'm Cooper.
No.
Yeah, I'm Cooper.
What is with it? Should
Wow.
go. It's Cameron, Cooper, John. That's
Cooper
the order.
already
Guys,
Cooper already introduced
that went
himself.
so smoothly.
John, you're
Just
really
like
peeking right now.
how sometimes
yeah,
you
I'm
might
trying.
describe the surface of a glassy lake as being smooth.
Is this the Lakes episode?
No, we already did the lakes episode, but this is the water episode.
Water.
Wow.
I'm thinking this could be the start to an elemental series. So
Water.
Fire.
Earth Day is already passed.
Air.
Yeah, missed opportunity, Alec.
well, I
Earth
just thought
Day.
of it, so my bad.
Well, it's great for next year.
Great,
Editor,
great.
note that.
Editor, make a note of Earth Day next year. Next time we do this, try. I almost said try to have fun with the rules by making it more tailored to the topic. The rules.
Read the stage directions really
The
quick.
rules of our water trivia will be as follows. Questions in round 1 are worth 1 droplet of water. Round 2 is worth 2 waters, and round 3 is worth 3 waters. And the most water wins. Wettest wins.
That's
Wait,
just
what I
as
always
in
say.
life.
And that I'm applying the water to me, so therefore I am wet.
You are wet.
Okay.
Wade in the
First one to
water.
buzz in with the right answer gets the water. Gets to drink the water. Once,
I'm so thirsty.
however, once during this game, I will lie and provide an answer that is not actually true. Some people call this the challenge question. You each will get one chance to challenge an answer I reveal to earn 3 waters. But challenge the wrong one and you will have 3 waters suctioned away from you. Like,
Just like in Dune.
just like you do. But don't just wait till the end. That's right. Challenge mid-game to take advantage of the super soak. If you are the first one to challenge a given question mid-game and you are correct, you will super soak your opponents, aka they will not be able to answer the next 2 questions.
Well, if I'm gonna
Guys
like
didn't like that.
anti-water them, I should be sucking them dry.
Yes. So okay.
Yeah, that didn't test well.
Let's
with
do
our
let's do
focus
an
group.
A/B. Yeah, let's do an A/B test. Focus group. Which one provokes less of a negative reaction? Super soak or suck you dry?
I like suck you dry better.
I
mean, it's a bad thing.
In the spirit of,
I don't
in the
want to
spirit
be
of-
sucked dry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like in the spirit
Is
of
that-
honesty, Super Soaker plays better. But
It's way
Suck
funnier
You
to
Dry
suck
is way
you-
within.
How about we split
that's
the difference
so within
in-
the bounds.
How about we
of
split
our-
the difference and we
of our
super
con-
suck you dry?
Super suck you dry.
Oh, cool. That's the worst possible option.
Yeah, because
And
we're
you
trying
is the
we're trying to
letter
be
U.
wet, so you don't want to be super sucked dry. And finally, no googling.
Give him that super suck. I can't be here,
Okay,
man.
now that you guys
Super
are
suck.
absolutely parched, should we try to give you some water with some questions?
I'm so
Yeah,
thirsty.
bring me a little water,
so
Alec.
thirsty
No
for
more-
those good
Hey.
questions.
No more mouth sounds, please. Can we opt out mouth
Question-
sounds as a bit for like this whole episode?
We're done. We're done with mouth
They're
sounds.
okay
Great.
if they
Nope.
sound wet. Question
But
one.
I'm so parched. I can't make any mouth sounds.
Question 1. We all know about how water is H2O,
Okay, great. Yes.
aka 2 hydrogen atoms bonded to 1 oxygen atom.
Water.
Now, everyone rotate an H2O molecule in your mind.
What axis?
What is the bond angle of the 2 hydrogen atoms? Closest wins. Cooper, give it a shot.
109 degrees.
109. Okay, Cameron.
45.
45. That is a number. John.
I'm happy with just a flat 100.
A flat 100. I believe This one, I had to do some serious mental arithmetic. I think this goes to John for closest wins. The right answer is 104.45 degrees. So I think you're closer by point.
Oh my gosh, by 0.05 you're closer.
Wow.
That might be the closest.
I think that's true. I think that's the closest we've ever gotten to splitting something like that. We're literally splitting the atom.
So that one goes to John. Please keep track of how wet you are.
I'm one wet.
Maybe with a bucket or something. But Cooper, I'm pretty sure 109 would be correct for a tetrahedral configuration, which water
and it's two lone pairs, though, which makes
however,
it
those two
more.
lone pairs push them a little closer together. That's exactly
using the right hand rule.
Using the right hand rule and rotating the
what's the
water
chirality
molecule in my mind. Water's not is achiral. It's
water's not.
I'd like to defend my answer, Alec, because 45 seems silly when you put it in context to the real answer. But I was, I think, basing it off the extension of this angle here.
Were you thinking of it like a triangle?
I was not thinking of it like a triangle, Alec.
Because that would be 60 degrees, the internal
I
angle.
understand that.
You would have been closer to the right answer if you were thinking
unlike,
like a triangle.
well, yes, but not quite 104 point.
It's an obtuse angle, right? Clearly, it's an obtuse angle.
Clearly.
Clearly.
And then if you draw the one, like, it made sense in my head, but that's
no,
fine.
Hey, we're all just out here doing our best trying to guess the closest to the bonding angle of two hydrogen atoms. But we've got to answer the age-old question now. Question 2. Scientifically, is water wet?
Yes.
Is there a correct answer to this?
Can we
There
all
is
weigh
a
in
correct
on this?
answer. Scientifically.
It is wet. And you want to know why, Alec?
Why?
Because you can... Surfactants, right? You can make water more wet and decrease its surface tension. Therefore, in order to make something more wet, it has to be wet in the first place.
Yeah, but like, is water wet itself?
Cohesive.
Yes, water bonds to itself.
So I think what this hinges upon, and we'll let the other two posit their answers as well. But what it hinges upon is the scientific definition of wetness.
Ew.
Your mom knows a thing or two about that.
Alec, it's Mother's Day.
Got him.
Back off.
Your mom when
I'm debating the definition of wetness.
John, is water wet?
No.
Is your mom? Have a good night,
Does your
Mother's
mom?
I'm telling my mom that you said this about her, and her perception of you is going to be negatively altered forever.
No.
A crazier
I'll tell my mom. I'm going to tell my
mom.
mom. That's what you just said, John.
I'm going to tell my mom.
You're going to have to deal with my mom.
I completely glazed over your answer to the real
Stop
question.
glazing. No,
just like you glazed over.
Cameron, it's now your turn.
We're pausing all innuendos for the next 30 seconds. Go.
Water is not wet in itself.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. I didn't say why. I just said, is water wet?
This is a yes or no question.
Okay,
You
Cooper?
need me to provide you an answer?
I've always believed in my soul water is wet because of cohesion.
Because of cohesion. Well, okay. Well, especially because John was the only one to say no, he gets the points on this one as well. He gets water.
Scientifically, it's not wet.
Scientifically, wetting
What the fuck do scientists know, huh?
Whether or not
Wetness-
water is wet, Cameron.
a fluid like water, because it applies wetting and wetness applies to
It's
all
just
fluids.
like a kind of liquid
It
deal.
is.
Yeah.
It only applies when you have both the liquid and the surface that it's interacting with. So it depends on the surface that water is interacting.
I guess you'd have to say fluids. You'd have to say liquid though, right? Because not all fluids are liquids.
That's true.
That's true.
I guess, yeah. If you're talking about gas.
It's just like, just making sure that
but
I'm not wet right now for being in an air-filled room.
You could be I
I'm
actually
wet
don't know.
inside.
But
John,
there's
I
a
see a
whole
little glisten to
Wikipedia
your
called
skin.
Wetting, and it talks about how water. How it talks about wet. It talks about wet.
All right. Well,
This is wet.
water should be
Talks about
considered wet scientifically.
It makes
Well,
other
that's-
things wet.
Scientifically, You could talk about
cite your
cohesion.
sources.
Does it have surface tension? Does it whatever cohesion with
Cite
itself?
your sources.
Surface tension.
The paper by Gregory T. Carroll, Photochemical Immobilization of Polymers on a Surface, Controlling Film Thickness and Wettability.
I feel like that's a pretty good credential.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Okay, so water, not
okay.
wet scientifically, but you can call it wet if you
John's
really want
running
to. Okay.
away with it.
I've had this
He's
argument
wet.
with Alec
He's
so many
gushing right
times.
Question 3. You may have heard that 71% of the Earth's surface is water, and maybe even that 97% of all water on Earth is salt water. But of the 3% remaining that is freshwater, where is most of it stored? Cameron.
Are you looking for geographic location or type of?
Type of.
In ice.
We'll give that to you. It's glaciers.
Glaciers.
I'll allow it.
2.1% of Earth's water is in glaciers, which is the majority of the 3% that's freshwater.
That number's
so yeah.
slowly shifting.
Slowly shifting, but a lot of it in glaciers. Okay,
Thank you, Cameron.
That's one drop of water to Cameron. Congrats.
Drop of water.
Yeah.
One water. This next question is
Non-script unit of water.
so dumb, but I'm still asking it. Question 4. What color is water and why?
Like
What color is
basic
water?
level?
What color of is water and why?
It's Cameron.
What color is water and why?
John, please, I beg you to back away from your mic.
I'm gonna only get closer.
I wrote it and I was like, this is the stupidest
What
question
color
ever.
is water?
You
and
buzzed in.
why?
Give your answer, Cam.
Also,
color
why
is
is
water?
water? Don't drag in your feet.
And why?
It's blue.
Why?
Because it absorbs all the other light except the color blue.
I think I'll give that to you, Cameron.
But it's clear. Water's clear.
Water
Not if you
is
got
clear,
enough of it.
But it's clear in small quantities. If you got enough water, it starts to scatter blue light, and so it looks kind of blue.
There's
Which I
blue
always
shift.
thought it was just reflecting the sky, and it kind of
That's
is
stupid.
sometimes. But
What about an
that's
aquarium?
the same reason why the sky is blue, is that it scatters blue light. So
Yeah, it absorbs everything but blue.
I gotta put a giant
Exactly.
clump of water in space away from the sky to
it's
see
the
what
same
kind of light
thing
it
with-
scatters.
it's the same thing with air in the sky. Like there's atmosphere in front of me right now, but I don't just see blue.
It's
in front of me.
clear.
It's clear. So good
Yeah,
job.
but
Cam.
when people say the
That's what Cooper
sky
sounds
is
like.
blue, they're not saying, "Oh, air is blue."
Yeah, so when you look up at a lot of air, it looks blue.
Is space black?
Space
Yes.
is nothing, Cooper. It's the absence of light.
This is the water episode, and let's ask another question about it. Question 5. Water is life. According to the Mayo Clinic, how much water should you drink in a day?
Oh my god. I don't know.
Cameron.
64 ounces.
Okay. Cooper.
I'll do 32 ounces. Fluid, that is.
Okay. And John.
Do I have to give it in ounces, or can I make
No.
you do math?
Pounds.
I'm doing math in the back, in the
Give
shadows.
me liters, John. Liter.
Yeah, I was gonna give me a full
Gallons.
2 liter, Alec. Tell me about a full 2
A
liter.
2 liter. Okay. And
That is
Cooper
in
said
between
32 ounces. Okay, so
it's got to be more than 32
gonna-
ounces.
I'm converting them all to liters.
It's
So
8 glasses of 8 ounce.
32
I
ounces.
think that's a myth.
No, it's 8 ounce cups.
But I think that's a myth.
8-ounce cups. That is 64. That is
The real answer is you should be drinking
0.9 liters is 64 ounces, which means 32 ounces is like
Around
0.9.
1 liter.
yeah,
Around 1
Ish.
liter.
Okay.
And then John said 2 liters?
flat.
And I'm giving it to John because according to Mayo Clinic, at least, it's 2.7 liters for women and 3.7 for men.
Holy shit.
Technically, the amount of water you should be drinking is how much
Your
you
body
are
wants.
thirsty. Yeah,
Thank you, Dr. John. I had, but it depends.
this is not medical advice or opinion.
Also,
It's for fun.
that's not just like pure water. That includes like
Electrolytes.
Coffee.
other drinks. Like if there's water in other drinks, like that counts towards it.
Like Jello.
Isn't
Like Jello.
aren't
like
most
Jell-O.
drinks made up? Wait, hold on. Aren't most drinks made up of water as its core base?
Yep. That's why it counts.
Yep. Probably.
What about olive oil?
We've gotten to the bottom of fluids.
If you're drinking olive oil, that might not count.
Darn.
All right.
But doctor, I've been drinking my 3.7 liters of olive oil.
Stop doing that.
Thoroughly lubricated.
You are pooping slime.
It's just
You should be
steady
pooping
outflow.
Anyone who's listening that's not pooping slime needs to check their
Get
diet.
on their olive oil grind immediately. I've been doing my olive oil cleanse for the last 3 weeks, and I've stopped having sugar cravings and started eating slime.
Hey guys, how wet are you guys?
You're like Roz in Monsters Inc. I'm 3 wet, Alec.
Don't do
I
that.
just
Don't
had
eat.
Sprite.
Don't drink olive oil.
Please don't do that.
I
wet
found
are
that
you guys?
Sprite really cuts through the olive oil.
Cameron, how wet are you?
I'm too wet, John.
All right, I'm 3
Too
wet.
wet,
Cooper,
too
how wet
fresh.
are you?
Dry as a bone.
There's a bone.
I don't
Them
need it.
bones, them. Dry
All right,
bone.
and now it's time to head underwater for our audience question.
Look, can we license that? Probably not.
Welcome. I am the spirit of the water, pleased to make your acquaintance. I see you have devoted a whole episode to learning my ways. How flattering. I still hold many secrets for you to explore, but first we must wash away any uncertainty about last week's audience question. Last week, it was asked, which was the most recent Democratic candidate to win the majority of U.S. counties? The answer is Jimmy Carter. Clazy was the first to write in with the correct answer, so they are awarded 1 point. And with that, let us return our attention to the water. We have discussed many physical aspects of water, but we have yet to discuss me in my gaseous form. At what temperature does liquid water boil and turn into steam? Again, at what temperature does liquid water boil and turn into steam? Bonus points for answering in Fahrenheit, as that is the trickier number to recall. Write your answer in the comments on Spotify, YouTube, or on our latest Instagram post, @BuzzOneTrivia. I hope you feel cleansed and rehydrated after spending some time with me. And maybe you even feel this way after spending some time listening to Buzz One Trivia. If you do, why not leave a like, a 5-star rating, or even spread the word in real life? There is plenty of joy to go around. Sadly, it is time for you to depart. Although it is difficult to leave, I will see you again someday. Goodbye.
The seaweed is always.
Cameron's getting flushed away.
We're back.
I work with someone who looks like Rodney from Flushed Away.
We
that the
all
main
do.
guy?
Words hurt, Cameron.
Pete
Words are
Buttigieg.
spears, and bodies are targets.
Yours are bodies are targets.
well, yes.
Huh?
Question 6. You guys know about the water cycle, right?
Water.
Oh, fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Does somebody want to explain generally what the water cycle is?
Do I have to for points?
Water goes throughout our system.
The water in the
world.
cycle
That's
goes
the gist
round
of it.
and round.
If
round
I
and
was,
round.
here's
It
the real
rains.
question. If I was a water molecule, I wonder how long it would take to make my way through the whole water cycle. While the exact length of time depends on a lot of factors, which stage in the water cycle is the briefest? I have multiple choice.
I like that.
A, groundwater. B, atmosphere. C, ocean. Or D, ice shelf. Cameron.
I'm going atmosphere, Alec.
You'd be correct. That is the shortest
It does
stage in
feel
the
like
water
the
cycle.
shortest.
That
It's usually
checks
only
out.
there for like days, like 9 days or
Isaac Newton
just a
told
few
me
days.
what goes up must come down,
yeah.
I don't think that was Newton.
No, that's
As
from the
opposed
Sonic
to-
Heroes song.
as opposed to what gets frozen might stay
Must-
in the ice shelf
Might
for
stay
fun
frozen for
freeze.
900,000
What
years.
goes frozen
I've seen John
stays
Carpenter's
frozen.
The Thing. I
There's
know
like
how ice works.
million-year-old ice.
They get cores of it.
Water in the ocean can stay there for thousands of years, which is crazy.
You get lost down there.
Groundwater also can get trapped for thousands of years if it goes underground. Yeah,
like that cave with the Chilean miners.
Yeah,
there's probably water down there.
May they rest in peace.
I think they got them out.
No, they didn't. They had to leave them in there.
It was a while ago, though. So
it was a while ago. I forgot. Uh-oh! It's the splash zone question.
What the fuck does that mean?
Looks like we've driven into the splash zone. Last person to return with an umbrella is going to get really wet. Go.
No, mine's in my car.
This is PMO themed. Is that okay?
I don't care. John is the first one to bring back his umbrella. So he's not getting wet. Oh, your light fell.
My ring light fell.
And Cameron comes in second with his umbrella. He's not getting wet.
Wait, did I want to get wet for points? Wait.
Cooper's not back yet, which means he's going to get really wet. Which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing here.
I had to go out to my car.
Well, luckily for you, Cooper, that means you just got soaking wet, which is actually the object of today's game.
Oh, I was good?
I forgot about that.
Two wetness to Cooper for being the last one to bring his umbrella.
That's so dumb. I love it a lot. Cooper failing upwards here.
First 2 points of the game for me, baby.
Yeah.
He was really dry, and so he decided to feel the rain on his skin and let no one else
Natasha
feel it for him.
Bedingfield, please calm down. There he is, feeling the rain on his skin.
Miracles happen.
That's not that song.
I am unwritten.
All right.
Okay.
That was question 7, and Cooper got 2 wetness from it.
I'm wet.
Question 8.
Too wet, too furious.
Now that we all have our umbrellas, we are ready for a rain question.
Should I have kept that?
I just put mine back.
That's just a transition. When a raindrop falls, it may take a while before it finally hits the ground. Which of the following is quicker than the average trip of a raindrop falling from 3,500 feet?
No, thank you for the number.
Just to give you an idea of how
Just to give me an idea of, like, you could do some gravity math there, I guess.
Waterloo by ABBA. B. Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon & Garfunkel.
No!
C. Rain on Me by Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga. Or D. Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog.
Which is the
John.
longest?
I'm going to say
Which is quicker
Alec.
than the average trip of a raindrop?
Quicker? Oh.
Yeah.
I'll still say Waterloo. I'll stick with it. I know Waterloo's 8 million years long, but whatever.
It's not 8 million years long. It's 2 minutes 48 seconds long, and that is quicker
than the falling of a raindrop.
The falling of a raindrop from 3,500 feet on average.
And I didn't even believe in it. I didn't even believe in it.
But you got it right.
Song from that bunch?
Yeah, Bridge Over Troubled Water is like 5 minutes. Rain on Me is 3 minutes. And Rainbow Connection is 3:15.
What about Blame It on the Rain by Milli Vanilli?
Well, I didn't look that up, but Milli Vanilli rocks.
Rain. He does. Thank you, Logan,
water
for
falls at
introducing me
around
to
14 miles per hour.
Is that similar to just how gravity works? That like 9 points?
It reaches its terminal velocity.
I don't know what terminal velocity is. Is it that?
With how hail works, is it falls down, then gets blown back up, and then falls down again.
I'd like to get blown back.
This is just. I actually don't know. I just know when I looked up stuff, it said that was the average.
Thanks, Cameron.
It depends on the area of the object, right?
Where's Connor? Get Connor in here.
A few moments later.
You better be looking up how long Milli Vanilli's Blame It on the Rain is.
Yeah, terminal velocity really depends on area of stuff.
Which is
but
why
it's also
for a human,
really light.
it's
so also like an updraft could just lift the...
For a skydiver, it's over 100 miles an hour.
You're
not falling at 14 miles an hour. That'd be really slow.
I think. Well, it's a.
Oh, you think
like
it's just how long
updraft and stuff? It's just so
how
small
long it would just
that
take.
any kind of.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you know that
That's
ants can't die from falling?
Yeah,
Ants
they're
can't?
tiny.
It's because they're so small and they just their exoskeletons are so strong, they just survive.
Yep,
You could drop a bunch of ants out of a plane, nothing would happen to them.
Kyrgyzstan taught me that one.
Kyrgyzstan.
Thank you, Kyrgyz.
That's what I said.
Thank you, Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Thank you. Shout out to the Kurds.
So who got that water? I don't know. Okay, John, you're pointing down does nothing for me because you're on the bottom for me.
I pointed at me. One water, please. Two water, actually.
2 water. Here you go. Squish, squish. Question 9. Splash, 1984, starring Tom Hanks, features the love story of Tom Hanks and a mermaid. Oh. Upon emerging from the sea, the mermaid learns to talk and eventually names herself after this New York City street name.
I've seen that movie, and I don't
This feels
remember.
like a Brooks Brothers deal.
You could work this out with my context clues. She named herself after a New York City street name.
11th Ave.
It's a real name.
Is there a water-based street?
Broad Street.
It's a woman's
Broadway.
name.
Broad.
Hello, I'm
Hey
trying
there,
to
Broad.
swear.
Hey there, Broad.
Okay, come
How
on,
you
team.
doing?
I think my
Team, we gotta work
lacking
this
is
out.
I don't know New York streets very well.
George Carlin Way.
Fifth
George
Ave.
Washington?
Another hint. This
Hamilton
name became
Graveyard
very
Road.
popular
Hush.
in the late 90s, early 2000s after this movie.
Hi,
John?
Alec. I buzzed in. Madison.
That's correct. It's Madison
Didn't
Avenue.
remember there was
I
a
remembered
Madison.
that fact. That, like, Madison kind of came out of nowhere as, like,
It's
a girl's
from-
name
somewhat
after
from
Splash
Splash.
came out. Yeah. Because she picked out, like, she was like, I'll name myself Madison. And everyone in the movie's like, what are you talking about? That's a crazy thing to name yourself as a woman. And now, like, we have Madisons.
And now there's
We
a bunch of
invented
Madisons.
That's actually where
There's
the name
Madisons
Madison
among
came
us.
from?
That
Like
can't
as a
be true.
first name?
That
As a
can't
first
be
name
true.
for, like, as a female first name, yeah.
Yeah, before that it was just
I
like
don't
James Madison.
Madison. It's like a guy's last name.
James
Like
Madison.
Madison,
Just a guy's
Wisconsin.
last name.
Is that where all Maddies stem from?
I think so.
Yes.
Or at least that's where it, like, gained popularity.
Madeline.
Madeline.
Madeline, that was an older one.
Yeah.
Anyhow, thank you, Splash.
Those waters.
was taking a bath.
Question 10. Another thing about what you can do with water is to do sports in it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What are the 3 water sports featured in Wii Sports Resort?
Oh my god. I didn't
Cooper.
even buzz in.
Wakeboarding. There's 3.
Wakeboarding's featured in Wii
Three.
Sports Resort.
Choke.
Yes.
Choke.
Wakeboarding.
Shoot.
Choking.
Why can I only remember wakeboarding right now?
I don't know. Is the shot clock expiring?
Maybe.
Name any other
There's no
sports.
ski in water skiing. I know that.
Cameron?
I'm blank. Go, Cameron.
You're forgetting jet skiing, I think.
Oh, I forgot that's in there.
And does it count when you're flying around the island for fun with the
No.
plane and you can
It's not
land the
water.
seaplane?
It's a water. Is a
No.
seaplane? Is a seaplane?
The airplane one does not count towards this.
I'm just going to name 3 water sports.
Yeah,
You ready?
Here it comes.
Go ahead.
We got wakeboarding, we got jet skiing, and we got water polo.
Nope.
Water polo. I guess I think I'm gonna give it to Cameron. Got
Not
2 of the
John.
3 correct, so I feel
But
like he should
I
get it.
said one of them.
I knew wakeboarding was
But
one
you
of the
said
answers.
what? But wakeboarding was the obvious one.
Was it?
I didn't know that.
Yes,
That was
it
news
was.
to me.
What was the third one, Alec?
Canoeing. Remember you can canoe and all the ducks?
Oh.
No,
I
I
completely
don't
forgot
remember
because that's
that.
in the lake at the top and not in the ocean.
I had a
Yeah.
real childhood
forgot
where I
about
didn't.
that.
I wasn't forced to play every offering of Wii Sports
Forced to
Resort.
play.
There was only 2.
Are you kidding me, bro? The fact that they haven't re-released Wii Sports Resort on the Nintendo Switch is a crime.
Yeah, Wii Sports Resort, really, really good game.
Yeah.
You guys
Switch
play
Sports
Legend of
just
Zelda:
doesn't
Echoes of
do it.
Wisdom?
Not yet.
Switch
but I
Sports
want
is
to.
not the same.
They got water in that game.
It does scratch the bowling itch.
How about
on
this?
Saturday
1
morning,
point
though.
for Cooper, 2 points for Cameron. Is that fair?
Oh,
You're
fuck.
making my scorekeeping difficult, but fine.
You can't just add 1. Just
I
I don't know
did.
how that's difficult. All right, let's see how wet everyone is now. That was the end of round 2.
I'm 7
I'm
wet.
I'm 6 wet. Wait.
I'm 3
You are.
wet.
Yeah, I'm 6 wet.
Anybody's wetness.
6 wet, 7 wet.
Hey,
Bunch.
Alec.
Bunch? What did it say?
Daylight come and we want go home. Yeah.
What's that?
That clock behind you, just
It's
Just
5
a 5?
o'clock.
It's 5
It's
o'clock
five- it's
somewhere,
5.
baby.
is that the joke?
It's probably the joke. I got that when I was in like 8th grade, and I was not thinking of that. I just thought it looked cool. And it does.
Little tiny
And
alcoholic
it do.
Alec.
What that clock do?
It's 5 somewhere.
It says 5.
Also,
it's
notice
5
my
right there.
ukulele that is Tears of the Kingdom themed. I painted it myself.
No,
That's
it's a little
cool.
distant. Can you go get it and show it off? All right, show off.
Whoa, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That sucks.
Let's continue into round 3. The theme of round 3 is water.
Water.
This one, you told us this one.
Whoa.
It sucks, right? You told us this was going to suck.
And I preface this episode by saying round 3 sucks, and it does.
Round
Question
3
11.
sucks.
What are those? Plants. Which of the following plants requires the most water?
Ooh.
Houseplants. A. Succulents. B. Snake plant. C. Pothos. Or D. Jade plant.
Jesus Christ, everyone had a very strong opinion about this.
Cameron.
It's pothos.
That one does require the most water.
Dang it. That's what I was
The
going to say.
other ones
too.
are low water plants.
I have 3 of the others except pothos, and I'm like, none of those require watering that much.
Yeah. The other 3 are on the list of ones that don't require water.
Yeah.
Although
My
if you
succulents
water
all the
a
way
jade
over.
plant like every day, it will grow exponentially quick. It's weird. You can control the rate of growth of a jade plant by how much water you give it.
That's crazy. Kind of like me.
You're done growing.
No, no,
He takes a
no,
sip
no,
of-
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, get closer to the camera. Get closer to the camera.
Okay. 3 wetness to Cameron.
That joke's going to play really well on an audio medium.
Audio medium. Question 12. Where's my water? The iPhone app made
Yes.
by Disney features a thirsty alligator. What's his name? Cooper. Wally. John.
I want to say Lewis because that's Princess of the Frog, but I'm not. So I'm going to say Stewie.
Stewie.
Hey, Wallace.
And Cameron.
I'm locking in Alec.
Mommy.
He's locking in. He's returning to the Where's My Water?
I'm returning. I'm on the bus with my iPod Touch. George
George is a whack answer.
So, I guess I'll give it the closest. Amongst these 3, we have
Wally,
Stewie, and George.
We kind of named some stooges there. Or
Yes,
like the nephews of Donald Duck.
Great name for 3 alligators, to be honest. I think I'll give it to Stewie because it starts with an S and ends with an E. It's Swampy.
Swampy.
No, I was
doing like a sewer thing.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes,
You can tell him that he's not sure, Cameron. Suck him
I'm sure
dry.
of this being the answer that I am giving
Cameron,
you.
super dry
suck
us.
me dry.
Super suck us.
Are you going to super suck them dry?
No.
I almost forgot that was a thing.
We had to test it up at the top and everything, man.
Guys, nobody has super sucked anyone dry yet. That's so sad.
It's
2025. John gets 3 wetness.
Thank you.
And the rest of you, actually all of you, get question 13. Question 13. Water towers are ugly as fuck, but they used to look cool.
How?
Where? Geographically.
Did you say
where?
How did they used to look
Geographically
cooler?
closest. Where in the world is the oldest ornamental water tower?
Ornamental.
Yeah, as in cool looking.
Geographically closest.
Where is the
Okay.
oldest?
Are you gonna open up the
You gotta open it
buzzer?
up.
Oh, sure. If you say so.
Oh man, that was fast.
What did they used to look like?
Like, kind of like lighthouses.
That's how they look now.
That's how they look now. They look stupid now. But they used to
The
look
one
cool.
in my neighborhood's painted like a hot air balloon.
I'm going Beijing, Alec.
That's pretty solid.
Beijing, okay.
They got cool science
John?
there.
I'm just going to split the country in half. We're going to say Independence, Missouri.
Oh, and
Independence,
you think
Missouri.
it's in the U.S.?
Maybe.
In the
Well,
wild.
You gotta put water up high.
The whole wild.
We used to
world.
just get it out of mountains on like a slide the Romans made.
Yeah, you know, I was almost gonna say Rome, but then I remember they had aqueducts. I'll say Rome anyway.
So we got Rome, Beijing, and Independence, Missouri.
Yeah, we've split the world into thirds.
It is going to Independence, Missouri on this one.
Wow.
The oldest is in Louisville, Kentucky.
I was not far off. Can you show me a picture, Alec?
That's bullshit. There's no way the oldest water tower is in fucking
Cameron,
Kentucky.
it's hard work to put
Super
water
suck
up high.
us dry, then,
looks
camera.
sick.
Do you know how camera?
It looks really cool.
Do you know how hard it is to put water up high? The whole thing about a water tower is I have to keep water up high for later.
Reject water towers. Go back to aqueducts.
Or turn to lead-lined pipes.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That does look cool.
Doesn't it look cool?
That's pretty cool. That looks like if we made
they
the Taj
store it
Mahal
all the way
here and then gave up after one tower.
And also, it's in Louisville.
We gave it to Louisville.
Built in 1860. All right. Nice. Question 14. We now know a lot about water on Earth, but what about water on and elsewhere?
What about the ice wars?
But what about water elsewhere in the solar system? According to NASA, which of the following moons is thought to have liquid water beneath the surface? I said, which of the following?
Cool. God. We're going to snipe it out from under you. We're just going to name every moon we know.
Nope. Let me talk.
Stop buzzing.
Okay. We don't get to opt in beforehand. We don't get to opt in. Okay, yeah, good luck it.
Europa, moon of Jupiter. B.
Ice War.
Enceladus, moon of Saturn. C. Titan, moon of Saturn. Or D. Callisto, moon of Jupiter.
Damn it.
Cooper.
Titan.
Titan has frozen water. They don't.
Oh, you're looking specifically for liquid.
Liquid water beneath the surface.
Okay.
John.
It's Europa, Alec.
It is Europa. Europa is basically proven to have
baby.
liquid water beneath the surface.
Little do our contestants know that this was the fake answer. Looks like they were fooled this time.
Whoa.
So there you go.
That's what they named Europe
Twitter
after.
I was on forever.
Oh yeah, the Europa Ice War.
The European Ice War that I sent you every tweet I saw about for like a week straight.
Yeah, and the Pope's there now.
Yeah, now we got the Pope.
Yeah.
We sent to Chicago and
the
the Europa Ice War. Cooper, you don't know about the Europa Ice War?
The Europa Ice War.
For a brief period there, everyone on X, the Everything app, was pretending like there was a ongoing centuries-long war on the moon of Europa, and just like tweeting like that was happening.
It was actually really fascinating. It was like, what if we gaslighted everyone?
For no reason.
But just, what if we all RPG role played like
War Forever?
It's not even gaslight because nobody believes it. It's just we're all role playing war.
People were writing like really beautiful poetry about like their comrades dying terrible deaths and looking up and seeing the great red spot. As like a comfort in their final moments. Like, there was
crazy.
A lot going on. It wasn't. I'll send you some Ice War content.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It was. Yeah. We'll loop you.
But I thought you just said it's liquid water. Why is it Ice Wars?
There's
ice on top.
Ice on top.
Ice on
water
top.
under ice.
Ice on top.
Ice on
Woman
top.
on top. 3 wet to John. Question 15, the final question. This one's gonna be a round robin order. Who can name the most metaphorical descriptions of rain?
What do you mean by that?
Can I get like idiomatic?
Idiomatic or
definitely
just,
idiots.
Terms that people use to describe rain.
Are you accepting similes?
I got it.
Yes.
Okay. You just want like aphorisms.
We're going round robin. So Cooper,
the only one I thought of: cats and dogs.
It's raining cats and dogs. John.
It's pissing down.
Pissing down.
Google that. Pissing down.
It's really coming down.
It's really coming down.
I think that's just an apt explanation of what's happening outside.
I don't think either of these should count.
Nope, those both count. Cooper.
What? Oh my gosh. I was the only one with a real one.
There's like
we'll say another one then.
I know when the sun is shining while it's raining, they say the devil's beating his wife.
Beating his wife.
Oh my goodness.
I've also heard sun
Never heard that
for
one, but we'll take it.
Okay. God is crying.
Do they say that?
No, nobody says that.
No,
Okay,
what they really say is
pissing down either.
Yeah, I feel like
God
Alex, they don't say God's crying. They say the angels are crying.
I've heard both.
Okay, fine. Well, both of those combined into being one. Cooper.
How is it me again? Those are all both just BS answers.
Cooper, name another one. Stop complaining.
And is this any form of precipitation?
No, rain.
Oh, specifically rain. It's pouring.
Yep, there you go.
The old man is snoring.
Down.
Yeah.
Can't believe you said pissing down before pouring. But
Pouring. So, is like drizzling allowed?
yep, it's
That's
loud.
like a thing that I can do.
Yeah.
Is that
It's-
allowed?
It's misting.
Yep, that's a good one.
Cooper, back to
That's a
you.
good one.
Cooper.
Sprinkling.
Yep, I was thinking of that one. Good one.
Our good friend Joe would say it's the rain that wets you through.
Yes, I was hoping someone would mention that.
The fine
Yeah,
rain
Joe.
that wets you
The
through.
fine rain that wets you through.
Cameron?
It's showering.
It's showering. That's good. That's
That is a good one. Oodles of rain.
No.
That's not real.
I don't know. Cooper, you're out. John.
I'm trying to think of how I'm going to make rain fall from the sky in this.
I've got
metaphor.
another one, Alec.
I'll
John's
let
next.
Cameron win this. I'll let Cameron win. Cameron, go ahead.
It's trickling.
Trickling.
Nice. We can end on trickle.
I
on a
think
little trickle.
I'll take it. I normally think of trickling as like water coming down
Yeah.
a surface of something.
Yeah.
Cameron would still
you,
win.
You guys forgot.
it would go back around.
I feel like I was the only one to say like a metaphorical.
You literally took the easiest one, Cooper.
Yeah, that's why I buzzed
Shut
in
up.
first.
Okay.
Bucketing. No one said bucketing.
Bucketing. Yeah. Sources say bucketing.
Sources say bucketing. AI Overview says
Don't listen to AI Overview, please. AI Overview free podcast. No AI, Alec.
no AI. Well, Cameron got 3 wet on
I'm
that
giving
one.
Cameron 3 wet.
And with that, how wet is everybody now?
Oh my god, I have to do math. Hold on.
Still 3.
I'm 12 wet.
I'm
12 wet, 3 wet,
I think I'm 16 wet.
16 wet. Okay, well, I was capping about something, and nobody even tried to suck anyone else dry, which is really disappointing. But you can still,
pissing
at this
down.
point, normal guess the challenge question.
Guess. Lame
Would you like me to
guess.
go through them?
No, I already know what I'm going to challenge, Alec. I don't think his name's Swampy.
Oh, okay. Anyone else?
There's something else, but I don't remember what question it was.
We all had a moment when we were like, is water really blue? So I'm gonna
No,
That
water's
is a fair one.
definitely blue.
That's fair.
I have to guess something, you know.
So John challenged
gonna-
water blue.
I'm gonna think
John
about
challenges
whether or not
what
water
color is water and why.
water blue question mark.
Cooper, you want me to repeat, or do
Yes,
you have
please.
one? Okay.
So they repeated all the questions so they could remember what they were.
It may be Swampy now that I think about it.
We're gonna find
too
out
late.
very
It's
shortly.
been
here.
challenged. The sound played.
It's too late.
I still feel like that's a lot of water for them to say that people need to drink a day. But you gave such like a clear answer for like women and men.
I said
Yeah.
it's
But he
based
had
on
to make
Mayo
one of them
Clinic.
up.
Shoot.
It's like that's as likely as him making it up as any other.
I'm gonna say
listed.
the lighthouse. Not lighthouse. The
ornamental water tower.
one.
Okay.
Good
Well,
guess, Cooper.
in fact, nobody got it right. I'm sorry, everybody. I fooled you all. Louisville is the oldest ornamental water tower. His name is Swampy, and water do be blue.
Good for
However,
Blue.
all of those moons I listed are thought to have liquid water beneath the surface, not just Europa.
But most importantly,
But
No,
most
it's
importantly,
Ice
the
War.
Europa Ice War.
and
hashtag
more.
war forever.
Not even limited to those 4. Those are just 4 of the ones on the list. And that's from NASA.com, baby. So
Not
don't,
.gov.
don't come at me. Who's wet now?
Water.
I think
me.
John's the wettest.
bone dry.
I'm still
again.
the wettest.
You got it's same differential.
I've returned
So,
to bone dry now.
I'm 9
Cooper
wet.
is
I'm
as
13
we all
wet.
are all born bone dry. Cooper has returned to bone
We're
dry.
not born bone dry. Let me tell you.
Speak
man.
for yourself.
You come out voiced.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Bus One Trivia. If you enjoyed your ride on our bus today, we would love it if you told a friend or enemy about the show.
Enemies.
And
tell an enemy.
Have them
Tell
drop
your
a
enemies.
5-star rating, or you could do that too in your podcast player. And if you also want, you can go find us on Instagram at Bus One Trivia. Don't forget to answer that audience question. Check out busonetrivia.com. Email us any questions at hi@busonetrivia.com, or go to cameronsass.com for a special surprise. Before we go, we'd like to thank Vert for the use of our theme song 5978, which is a certified
It's a fine song that wets you through.
It's a fine song that wets you through.
It's gushing.
Oh, it's gushing.
It's a certified gusher. Thanks for riding Bus One. Oh, it should have been on a boat.
Oh,
should have been.
We were on a canal in
next
Venice. We were on a canal in Venice.
Oh yeah,
but
the
it was
city of
Splash
water.
Zone.
The danger zone. We
Why
didn't
are
talk
we
about
waiting?
Water
We
World.
didn't know
I tell you, we
this
didn't
was-
talk about Water World at all.